Why is it that in one of the world's richest countries, owning a car is still out of reach for many Singaporeans? That's the question stirring fresh debate after Senior Minister Lee Hsien Loong fiercely defended the Certificate of Entitlement System, or COE, at a recent high-level dinner. And what followed was a rare public exchange between the former Prime Minister and Workers' Party MP Jamus Lim, both offering very different views on what fairness in transport policy really means. Speaking at the 69th annual dinner of the Economic Society of Singapore on 15th of July 2025, Lee stood firm on the role of the COE system. He said it's not just about price, it's about managing road space in a tiny city-state like Singapore. And while many Singaporeans have called for more affordable COEs, Lee was clear, trying to make the system fair for everyone by adjusting it for individual needs, like bigger families or those with disabilities, would simply make it unworkable and messy. In his words, there's no easy way to make something valuable both cheap and fair. Lee explained that the government already brought forward future quotas to ease supply pressure, but demand remains the bigger challenge. And when asked about making exceptions for those with greater needs, Lee replied that car ownership isn't a guaranteed right, unlike public housing. He said, "I can guarantee every Singaporean affordable, convenient transportation. I cannot guarantee every Singaporean an affordable car." His point? Everyone can and should rely on good public transport. Cars are different. Instead of adjusting the COE rules, Lee suggested helping those in need with direct financial assistance. For example, giving bigger baby bonuses instead of cheaper COEs, a move he said is more transparent and less open to abuse. But not everyone agrees. The very next day, Workers' Party MP Jamus Lim posted a thoughtful response on Facebook. He praised Lee's sharp economic thinking, but warned against relying too much on the market to solve everything. Lim said there are real needs that markets simply don't account for, like compassion, equity, or loyalty. Just because someone can pay more doesn't mean they need a car more. Lim argued that Lee's approach, using auctions to decide who gets COEs, ends up rewarding those with more money, not those with greater need. And while he agreed that public transport should be affordable, he said not every part of life should be ruled by market logic. In families and communities, we often act out of kindness, not cost. So what happens when values like empathy and fairness come head-to-head with efficiency and market rules? In an unexpected twist, Lee responded directly to Lim's post, a rare public gesture. He clarified that the government's approach is to ensure efficient public transport for all and offer direct help for those in need. Adjusting the COE system, he said, would only make things more complicated and less effective. To that, Lim responded respectfully, saying he appreciated the explanation, but still preferred a targeted approach. Maybe not for everyone, but for some social groups, like essential workers or families with special needs, offering COE concessions could send a stronger message of support. It's not about who cares more for Singaporeans, Lim wrote. It's about different views on how best to help, whether through the market or through more direct and visible support. Online, the debate caught fire. Some netizens echoed Lim's call for tweaks, suggesting measures like reserving a portion of COEs for people with special needs, capping bids, or even setting up different categories for essential use cars. Others said Singapore's own housing and education systems already use needs-based models, so why not for COEs? One comment hit hard, saying Singapore's past policies have leaned too much on profit, letting market forces dominate basic needs like housing and now transport. Lim himself added that modern economics does offer better tools, like smarter auctions and fairer exemptions, to balance efficiency with compassion if we choose to use them. So now the question is in your hands. Should the COE system stay strictly market-based, or is it time for some exceptions to reflect deeper social values? And if we already give priority for housing and school places based on need, should cars be any different? If you find this interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, 2230.